Hey everybody, how you doing? It is your girl Lynn Roberts, and we are back with another edition of Expressed Opinion After Dark. And with my special guest, Julius Hall, we are back for part two of our conversation on his book on Crossing the Line. So went, when we last spoke or talked, we were talking about your sentence, you starting your sentence in prison.
Right.
And you were saying that you were given a life sentence, right?
That's correct.
A fed with the feds. Life means life. So that means no possibility of parole. That's life to the door, life to the grave, life to the coffin.
That's correct.
Okay. So that's where we're going to start off. So how soon after you were convicted did you have to start your sentence?
Immediately.
Oh, wow. Because normally, like sometimes they'll sit up there and tell you, okay,
You got
you
10 days to
yeah,
turn
yeah,
yourself
get
in.
your affairs in order and all that kind of stuff.
Had it been a sentence with some numbers,
Mm-hmm.
probably would have
Uh-huh.
if the numbers were under 5 or 10
Mm-hmm.
years.
Uh-huh.
But since it was a life sentence,
Mm-hmm.
people mostly would run and
Mm-hmm.
be on the run if you let them out. So you don't get a bail or a time to turn yourself in with a life sentence.
Okay. So now you get your life sentence. They take you off immediately. So you didn't have a chance to say goodbye to anybody?
Well, after I got convicted first,
Uh-huh.
they have 40 days to sentence you.
Oh, okay. So in
So
that 40-day time
they took
period.
me back to the county jail, which
Okay.
was uh, in Dublin somewhere.
Oh, wow.
Um, and then they had to come and bring you back because they had all these places that still today that they hold you at.
Oh, wow.
And they pay $125 a day back then
Mm-hmm.
to hold you. I don't
So
know
it's
what it
probably a
is
lot more
today.
today.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's there 40 years later.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so 35 years later.
Okay, so on the day that you got sentenced, you had to come back to the federal court. They sentenced you. Then what?
They take you back to the county jail where you're at. You have to wait on the bus to come get you. It's called a transport,
Mm-hmm.
the federal transport.
Yeah, okay.
So the feds go around to all these jails, and they already done tell they know everybody who convicted you in the system, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So they go around to all the jails. It's in a bus or
Mm-hmm.
two buses
Uh-huh.
to pick everybody up and
Wow.
bring you
That's just
to
like with
Atlanta.
school. The school bus go
Yeah,
around, pick up all the okay.
and bring you to Atlanta. They bring you to
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta to process you through the system. Once you're in the system in Atlanta, then they figure out where they're going to send you. They have all these counselors there,
Mm-hmm.
and these counselors figure out, and case managers figure out where you best fit. And with me, I had special circumstances.
Yeah.
They were sending me to Lewisburg to die.
Mm.
They knew that if I went to Lewisburg, I would die.
Mm-hmm.
There was people in there that would have probably tried to kill me.
Okay.
Um, me being green from the street, and and it's people that I have beef with
Mm-hmm.
from putting them
And in
in
jail.
prison.
Mm-hmm.
Then, well, I didn't put this guy in prison. It was just that the fact that they were crazy
Mm-hmm.
at that time, the Ricky Gibbons gang and
Okay.
all.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything with them. I didn't never was involved with them.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what the myth says, I've
So,
never been involved with that
okay.
gang.
Now,
Um,
uh-huh.
so they were sending me there, but I ended up getting the counselor to realize that these people know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you sending me with them,
Mm-hmm.
being that they killed so many people in Savannah?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're sending me to Lewisburg with them. So, I think that's a threat on my life. So this black counselor understood what I was saying, and
Mm-hmm.
he worked the system and changed me and sent me to Long Park, California, with 30 other people
Okay.
from this area.
Okay. So you get to Long Park.
Hmm.
Is that's already Long Park?
Long Park,
Long Park. Okay. So you get to Long Park. And how does that what is that situation like for you when you get there?
chaotic, crazy.
Uh-huh.
Never seen anything like it. 2,200 people,
Uh-huh.
worst, some of the worst. This is the second worst place they could send me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second worst place they could send me. I mean, we don't even have enough time for me to tell you the stories. You have to read the book.
Okay.
Um,
Um,
but it was crazy out there. All kind of stuff I've seen. Had more drugs in the prison than they had on the street.
wow, that is crazy.
Yeah,
So let me ask you this. So during your time at Long Park, is this where you had the encounter with Big Nose?
yeah.
Okay, so
Name changed again.
oh, but Big Nose of all things, you gotta call him Big Nose.
But it was Big Eye, but
Okay.
his real name.
Uh-huh.
But
You call
I
him Big
call him
Nose. So
Big
you
Nose.
pick you
I
picked
just
another
yeah,
part and just say,
yeah.
okay, so what tell me about Big Nose and what happened with Big Nose?
Well, that was Ricky Gibbons' brother.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and he and I were good friends at first when I got out there, but he was so needy
Uh-huh.
that, and I was, me, wherever I go at, I flourish. It
Uh-huh.
don't matter. You can put me in a trash can. I'm gonna make the trash can good.
Okay.
Um, and so I was out there and I was hustling. I'm a hustler. My
Yeah.
mom and my grandmom taught me
Yeah, we're
everything
gonna
I
get to
know.
your hustle part in a minute.
And
Yeah.
so they, he would every day he would come wanting cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't smoke. I sold cigarettes.
Uh-huh.
Cigarettes was a form of money.
Money. Yeah,
So
okay.
I gambled every
Mm-hmm.
day. I ended up running gambling games for the
Mm-hmm.
next 20 years.
Okay.
Um, so, and then he got mad with me because I cut him off,
Uh-huh.
and he wanted the two cartons of cigarette, and I wouldn't give it to him. And he got mad and started telling everybody I was a cop from Savannah, and I was a this and that and this and that.
Okay.
And before you know it, the guys who I was dealing with were Bloods and Crips out there. They were
Mm-hmm.
my friends,
Mm-hmm.
and I was hiding their stuff,
Mm-hmm.
their dope. I was hiding their dope. I had a life sentence, so it didn't matter what.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
was still involved to some degree. I wasn't selling anything. They were just paying me for hiding it,
Uh-huh.
and so Big Guy got mad and told this other guy who I was.
Uh-huh.
And the other guy got mad with me because I was teasing him because he was messing with a gay guy.
Uh-huh.
So I kept teasing him around all the gangsters.
Uh-huh.
And this is a big old guy. He way bigger than the Adib. I'm talking
Mm.
about big old dude. He's 6'8", about 370.
Uh-huh.
Big old dude.
Uh-huh.
And called him Bigfoot.
Oh Lord.
And
Sasquatch.
yeah, he was a big old dude. Walked like this here. And so
Oh God, you
he got mad with me. Me and him good friends.
Uh-huh.
But so I felt I could tease him. We
Uh-huh.
playing dominoes at the table, and I'm teasing him because he got a damn hickey on his neck
What?
from a man.
Okay.
So I'm saying, dude, what you doing with a hickey on your neck? I don't know this stuff. I'm new to prison.
Uh-huh.
I don't know I'm supposed to tease a guy about nothing like that. I don't know this.
Okay.
I'm teasing the guy.
Uh-huh.
So me and this guy friends, but I thought, I could tease him.
Uh-huh.
You're dealing with
Yeah,
a man, dude.
okay,
This ain't no
yeah.
woman you dealing. That's a man you dealing with.
Okay.
So I'm teasing him, and he got mad.
Uh-huh.
So he exact revenge on me.
Okay.
So at the Big Eye, I done pissed Big Eye off same week, and them two talking.
Mm-hmm.
Big Eye tell him who I am. He had no idea who I was.
Okay.
So Big Eye tell him who I am. He has his girlfriend on the outside
Uh-huh.
contact the Savannah Morning News and get everything about me and all the articles, everything about me, and they send it into the prison.
Wow.
They catch it.
Oh.
The staff catch
Yeah.
it.
Uh-huh. Because they monitor everything that comes in and out. Okay.
They catch it.
All right.
So he beats them. They only monitoring certain people's mail.
Oh, okay.
He beats them by sending it to 15 different people.
Uh-huh.
3 or 4 of them come through because
Uh-huh.
they're not monitoring everybody's mail.
Okay.
So some of it gets in.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets it and stick it on every ice machine on every 11 units. It's 11 units in there,
Mm-hmm.
from A to L or something. I don't know,
Yeah.
M unit or
Mm-hmm.
something.
Mm-hmm.
It's 11 units. He put one on every ice machine. He done made copies. Went to the library, made copies. Put it
Dang.
on every machine in there about my case.
Uh-huh.
So everybody in the prison know now that I'm an ex-cop.
Wow.
I'm sitting at the poker table got my fried rice from out of the kitchen. You know, the guys come in with some
Mm-hmm.
great fried rice. I don't go to the kitchen. I ordered my food.
You ordering food in prison?
Yes,
Uh,
I ordered my food.
uh,
It's like DoorDash almost. I ordered my food in prison.
hold up, pause. How the hell you get to order your food in prison?
Ask anybody. You hardly ever saw Julius Hall in a cafeteria in prison because they brought me my food.
And why were you so special that you could get your food brought to you?
Some of the prisons I ran, the money in most of the
Oh
prisons.
Lord, okay, yeah, we'll get to that, but
Um,
okay, go ahead, go
and
ahead,
so
go ahead.
so I could order my food instead of going to the cafeteria
Uh
because I was too busy. I was either running a gambling ticket or either I was playing poker
huh.
and running the poker table also.
Okay.
So I didn't have time to go to the chow hall.
Okay.
My food came out and it was a special made food. You know, they didn't have fried rice.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
I mean,
I could order my chicken fried rice.
you got
and
the
this guy
walk. I mean, you got. I mean, you got
the,
wings too up in
the
there. What?
officer
What?
let them out with those certain inmates that they were special could come and that's how they got their hustle on. They worked
Oh.
in the kitchen. They fixed the Warren's food, everybody's food.
Oh, okay.
So they could make
Yeah.
when they get
Okay.
off that night and they get ready to come back to their unit, they come back with food for those guys who could pay for it.
Oh, okay.
And I
Gotcha.
could pay for it.
All
So
right.
yeah. So I got my fried rice on my locker, everything on there. I had my wedding ring. They let me have my wedding ring. It's all on the. I just moved into my own room by myself.
Uh-huh.
See that? It took me 2 years to move into that room.
Uh-huh.
I was on a list for 2 years to move into a single room by myself. 2 years from being in a double room for 2 years. I just moved in that room. Must be a week and a half. Getting a radio system installed in that bad boy.
Oh my gosh.
This prison, you can do almost anything. Federal prison especially. And so they also called and said, "Oh, I'm at the poker table." What the hell? I guess he want me for some mail. They must have missed my mail because they always doing it, calling people, come get your mail. And so I go to the office. He said, "Hey, Lieutenant wants to see you." I said, "See me for what?" He said, "I don't know. Go on down to the lieutenant's office. I'm for to buzz you down." So you walk down this long corridor to go down to the lieutenant's office. And I never saw Lon Parker another day in my life.
What?
You know, they locked me up. I'm already locked up, but they locked me up.
Oh wow.
They put me in segregation. And I was there for 4 months, waiting to be shipped. For 4 months, they leave me there for 4 months, waiting to be shipped. And then all the guys come into the hole, you can hear them. "Hey, where all at? Where all at?" You know, these are the guys that, some of the guys that were my friends, you know, who I used to hide their stuff from and all. But they had no real beef with me. They were just asking where I was so they could cuss me out. I said, "I ain't never done nothing to you. I'm not the one that told on you for 2 years. I kept your stuff. Did you get caught?" Some people don't think. They just got a mentality not to think. You know, so one, he threatening me from upstairs, you know, and I'm telling them, the lieutenant's office, I'm saying, "Why y'all still got me in? Aren't y'all gonna ship me?" "Yeah, we waiting to see where you gonna wear." I said, "How long that take?" You know, don't take but a day. Y'all could have shipped me out in a day.
So you never saw any of them again, like Big Eye and
that's another story. Yes, I did see him again.
Oh, okay.
We get on the plane 4 months later. This the boy that got me almost killed.
Yeah.
If I stayed on the compound that night,
you would have been gone.
They probably would have jumped me and killed me. I'm a bad dude now. I don't know whether they would have got me that easily, but you know, hey, I was 29 years old. So, you know, I could go back then. I'm 63 now. So I know I look 36.
Oh my God.
I know I look 36, but I'm 63.
You know,
so
magic mirror. But let's go.
So they put me on the plane and shipped half of the prison out because they had a big riot. A big riot.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that too.
And so
because you had a part in that.
Not that one.
The other, it
Yeah,
was two different
yeah,
ones.
two different riots.
Yeah.
This was a riot in Long Park,
Yeah.
California, and so they shipped half of the prison out because there's so many people that got messed up in there.
Mhm.
And so I'm on the plane to go to I don't know where at.
Mhm.
The officer wouldn't tell me. He just said, uh, "It's got arches." That's all he would tell me. Some stupid shit
Oh,
I
what,
couldn't understand.
McDonald's? I
Yeah,
mean, you talking about
exactly.
arches?
Yeah, and I said, I don't know, still didn't understand that.
Mhm.
Then he said it's a racetrack there, so I still didn't understand because I wasn't a racetrack guy to
Uh huh.
know the Talladega Speedway.
Uh huh.
So um, I'm going to Talladega. I
Mhm.
find out from the officer on the plane.
Oh wow.
He tells me you're going to Talladega.
Okay.
You know, so I said okay. I go on there. So they call Big Al. I forgot what his name was. It's in my book.
Mhm.
I said he walking down the aisle looking ship too.
Mhm.
So I'm looking at him. I'm saying, he said, hey man, like me and him still friends.
Uh huh.
You know, hey, what's going on, Jew? I said, ain't nothing. What you doing on here? He said they shipping me. I said, oh yeah. I said, boy, you did some dirty shit to me. He said, man, that wasn't me, man. I was Bigfoot. I said, no, that was you.
Uh huh.
Tell Bigfoot. I said, Bigfoot couldn't have known without you. You know, he's still standing up in cuffs,
Yeah.
walking to his seat. And we having this conversation because he sit down one seat back over me. I said, man. And so I said, where you going? He said, they told me Talladega. I said, you got to be goddamn kidding me.
Uh
You
huh.
going to Talladega with me?
Uh huh.
He said, you going to Talladega? He said, well, we be together. I said,
Like,
you gonna supposed to be nowhere around me.
wow. So how did that happen?
Incompetence
Wow.
by the staff.
Uh huh.
He wasn't supposed to be nowhere around me.
Wow.
Not that he was a threat to me.
Uh huh.
What came out of his mouth was a
Yeah.
threat to me.
Uh huh.
You see?
Yeah.
So they sent us both to Talladega. Then we get there. Guess what he did?
Start running his mouth again.
Started running his mouth. We in a fishbowl. So before
Yeah.
you get into a room,
Yeah.
it's called a fishbowl. They have about 40 guys in a big old room
Mhm.
and bunk beds.
Yeah.
Big old room. And like a dormitory.
Yeah.
And you matriculate into the
Yeah.
system as you come in.
Mhm.
That's how you go out
Yeah.
to a room.
Yeah.
And so he in there telling one of the guys that I befriended about me.
Mhm.
He's telling the guy that I'm an ex-officer and all this and blah, 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 blah. And so he don't know me and the guy done become good friends.
Mhm.
The guy come back and tell me.
Mhm.
I said, Lord, he telling it all over again.
Mhm.
You know, he's snitching. Here it is, he in prison snitching
Mhm.
about me.
Uh huh.
You know, so he ended up getting caught trying to bring some drugs into the visiting room.
What?
Got his girlfriend messed up.
Uh huh.
He got messed up, and they ended up shipping him.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
So
But
how long did that take from the time that you all got there to the time that he?
about 7 months, 6, 7 months.
Okay. So after that, okay. So when you were in there, because this is when you were at Talladega, this is where a lot of your hustling,
Took place.
yeah,
That's
your
what
a lot of your hustling took
yeah.
place.
I was
Eh,
in school. I ran into my prison father, Jerry Creighton, who's a very good friend of mine now, and I was just with him this weekend.
Mhm.
He taught me everything I needed to know.
Mhm.
You know, and it was a guy on the plane when I first came in that told me all the things to stay away from.
Mhm.
Stay away from. He said, He said, son, stay away from the gambling.
Mhm.
If you're gonna be all right, he said, it's your first time in. I said, yes, sir. He said, stay away from the gambling. Stay away from the hooch. I said,
Mhm.
what's that?
Mhm.
He said, the hooch is the liquor. They make homemade liquor in there every day.
Uh huh.
He said, stay away from the drugs, stay away from the hooch, stay away from the gambling, and stay away from the punks,
Uh huh.
and you'll be all right.
Uh
He
huh.
said, mind your business and keep your mouth shut and your eyes turned the other way.
Uh huh.
He said, you'll be all right. And so I said, okay, so I learned those
Mhm.
things. And um, I abided by most of it.
Okay.
I stayed away from the punks,
Mhm.
but
But you didn't stay away
I
from the
sold the
gamblers.
hooch. I sold the hooch. I call it long pot punch.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
selling long. I was selling a milk bag. I get a milk bag stolen out of the guy would smuggle it out of the
Uh,
kitchen and bring it to me. I'd fill it up with water and we squeeze grapefruit juice. We pour sugar down it. We let it sit inside our coat on the back of our chair for 4 days while it ferments. And I would sell liquor in the prison. I could make it right now
oh
today.
my God.
Liquor. Some liquor ferment for 4 days,
Mhm.
or 4 or 5 days. You let some grapefruit juice on a bunch of sugar, it's
Mhm.
going to turn into alcohol
Mhm.
that will get you drunk.
Well, most fruits will do that
Yeah,
because I remember my grandfather used to make
you can do,
peach brandy.
you can do it with a potato.
Yeah, I know. That's how
Yeah,
you make vodka.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
So now, when you were in Talladega, is that where you met your roommate, Roosevelt?
No, I met Roosevelt in Longpaw
Okay.
when when they
Before
locked me up.
Talladega.
When they locked me up, that,
Uh,
that became my cellie.
okay.
Him and his cellie was fighting.
Uh-huh.
When they brought me in that day, him and his cellie, they put me in the cell with the runaround. So
Uh-huh.
I loved it because the runaround in prison is the guy that he let out his cell every day to go do
The
everything
thing
for
with
everybody.
uh-huh.
They call him the runaround.
Okay.
So I was in the cell with a runaround. I loved it because I love privacy.
Uh-huh.
When I use the bathroom, I don't want nobody around.
Okay.
When I'm doing anything, I don't want nobody around.
Okay.
So this guy was out of the cell most of the day and
Uh-huh.
most of the night.
Yeah.
He was only locked up 1 or 2 hours a day or when he was asleep.
Okay.
So I loved it.
Uh-huh.
But then you hear this big commotion down there. Also, all officers running. They're going down the Roosevelt cell because he's fighting this Jamaican,
Oh wow. Okay.
right? Him and the Jamaican fighting. And so they got to separate.
Mhm.
So they take the Jamaican out. And then next thing you know, they come into my damn room. Say, oh, what the hell, y'all? Oh, Hall, take your stuff. I said, Frank, I just got here.
That's why you
I
had to
wasn't in
pack.
there but a whole day.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't. It wasn't even a whole day. So he takes me down the road cell. Roe, the baddest dude on the whole compound.
Uh-huh.
He is the importer of all drugs in Talladega.
Uh-huh.
I mean, in
In
Long
Long.
Park, California.
Mhm.
The entire he was the lead,
Mhm.
the head of the El Rukins.
Mhm.
The El Rukins was a group out of Chicago. He out of Chicago, the El Rukins. Him and Jesse Jackson's brother were
Wow.
best friends.
Okay.
Jesse Jackson's brother was on his indictment.
Mm.
And so they put me in the room with Roe.
Mhm.
He's a Muslim, but
Mhm.
he's the head drug dealer
Mhm.
on the compound. And so
Wow.
they put that guy that
Ironic.
he was fighting in the cell I was in.
Uh-huh.
So
With the runner.
yeah. So he got, I got to be locked up all day with Roe. Roe ain't going nowhere.
Nope.
You know, all we got was an hour out every day to go to the rack.
Uh-huh.
You know, so I'm kind of pissed, but I'm in there with Roosevelt
Okay.
and Daniels. Roosevelt Daniels, yeah, I think it's nice. And we end up being very good friends. He taught me how the preliminaries of playing chess, but chess bored me because it took too long.
Oh, really? You were impatient.
Yeah, so
Okay.
chess bored me. I don't play it right now today because it's boring to me.
Uh-huh. But sometimes they say, like they say, you
Yeah.
gotta play chess, not checkers.
Well, I try to play chess
Uh-huh.
in everything I do, but chess bored me because it took too long. I need to make decisions fast.
Mhm.
And so Roe taught me a lot of other stuff about uh, daily prison
Okay.
stuff until I got to Talladega where Jerry took
Okay.
over, and Jerry really taught me and my brother-in-law Eric Dixon.
So how long were you roommates with Ro?
4 months.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because in the book you mentioned something happened to Ro.
Yeah, Roe, we eventually got shipped. I went to Talladega.
Mhm.
Roe got shipped to Indiana the day before me.
Okay.
The plane went out the day
Yeah.
before me.
Mhm.
So he got shipped to Indiana. They told him to pack it up. I'm still in there. I loved it. I said, I got a room by myself. They ain't moved nobody. Nobody got in any trouble to come to the hole. So I'm in there by myself. For one day, 2 o'clock the next morning, they waking me up, telling me to pack it up. I'm going with the Archers. I don't know where that's at.
Uh-huh.
So Roe goes to Talladega. I mean, I go to Talladega. Roe goes to Indiana,
Okay.
Terry Hutt, Indiana.
Okay.
And so he's in Terre Haute, Indiana, and incompetence of
Okay.
the staff
Mhm.
that is these guys had a dirty fight. Roe beat this Jamaican butt.
Mhm.
They was in the room.
Yeah.
He worked out every day.
Uh huh.
You know, he was a bad boy. His
Okay.
girl, wherever he was in prison at, his wife and family would move to that city.
Wow.
That's how much drugs he sold.
That. Okay.
I'm serious. That's how much drugs he sold. His wife and family would move to that city,
Okay.
and she was the conduit for bringing everything in,
Gotcha.
scheduling everything, and all the
Mhm.
money went to him. I just learned by
Yeah.
listening and
Yeah.
seeing,
Mhm.
and so
I say keep your mouth closed, but your eyes
that's
open.
right. That's
Mhm.
right. I listened, but I didn't. I kept my
Mm.
ears open.
Yeah.
so, um, so Roe in Indiana, in Terre Haute, Indiana, and he's there, and the guy's already there.
Oh wow.
They already done shipped this guy out.
Uh huh.
So Roe don't know the guy on the compound. They just had a bloody fight,
Uh huh.
which made him had to get switched out of the rooms. And so, and I think it's a long story on why they fought. Um, but the guy works in the kitchen,
Mhm.
in the kitchen. And in
Mhm.
the federal prison, you got kitchens that hold the chow halls, they call chow halls, that hold, and like in Long Park, it'll hold 600, 700 people sitting down.
Uh huh.
Row sitting in the chow hall in Indiana, the guy works in the kitchen.
Mhm.
He know Roe on the compound. I don't know whether Roe know
Knew he
him,
was on
that
there.
he was on it, or whether they squashed the beef and Roe let his guards down.
Mhm.
In front of all the staff in the kitchen, because that's where the staff got to be
Uh huh.
at lunchtime. All the staff got to be in the kitchen,
Gotcha.
and they got to be in there. To they just stay on the wall. So if you got a complaint as an inmate, you go talk to the warden or the assistant warden or to the counselors. Everybody got to come in there. It might be 40 of them lined up on that wall
Mhm.
over there before they go into their little office over to the side and eat.
Uh
Little
huh.
chow hall. They got
Gotcha.
enough separate dining room.
Uh huh.
But this is a huge airplane can land in these things. That's how big
Dang.
they are.
Okay.
They're big, they're huge.
Uh huh.
Like I told you, they hold half the prison in there
Okay.
to eat. And two lines, long, long line. I done seen a guy jump the line and get knocked out,
Damn.
laying right there for jumping the line. You don't jump the line in prison.
Oh wow.
And so Rose sitting at the table eating, and the dude he had a fight with that caused me to move into the room with Ro came and got the knife out of the kitchen. And the knife is usually on the cord, especially in the high security prisons.
Mhm.
They're on a rope.
Yeah.
You can't. They're
You can't take them
yeah.
off. Okay.
But he somehow he got it out,
Mm.
and he came there and walked up behind Roe without being suspected. You know, he must
Mhm.
be did it smoothly and cut his throat in front of everybody in the whole chow hall full, everything, and every staff member standing on that wall slit his throat and killed him right there
Wow.
in front of everybody. Yeah,
Wow.
that was my roommate.
Mm, mm,
But
mm.
I done seen a whole lot in
Wow.
in my time.
So let's move forward back to when you got to Talladega, and we're gonna talk about because how look, just tell me how you helped start the crack law rights of 1995, the riots.
Well, as you know, I am a information buff.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're in this business that we're in now.
Yeah.
I'm an information fool.
Uh-huh.
If I'm not reading it, I'm watching it.
Uh-huh.
So I loved C-SPAN.
C-SPAN. Okay.
And I had this argument with a guy the other day who was going to tell me about somebody else started it. I said, no, it started with me. Um,
Yeah.
and I
So
know it did.
please elaborate on how it started with you.
I watched the news every day, and they were debating the crack laws. You
Mm-hmm.
had all the black Congress people in Washington D.C. debating why they all were treating us so bad,
Uh-huh.
and white kids were getting a slap on the wrist, and we were getting pounded,
Mm-hmm.
and they were getting us 20, 30 life in prison. And they were getting 2 and 3 years
Mm-hmm.
because they had powder cocaine,
Mm-hmm.
and we had crack
Crack
cocaine.
cocaine. Mm-hmm.
So it was so much worse, 100% worse to have crack cocaine compared to powder cocaine. So they were debating that, and I was watching it every day. Every day I'm in there watching. I'm the only one in the TV room on the whole compound.
Mm-hmm.
The riot started in Talladega,
Mm-hmm.
and it became on CNN. You watch CNN and see where it started at. The prison was on fire in Talladega first.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't start it,
Mm-hmm.
but I was the catalyst behind it because I'm sitting there watching the news every day, and so when they come in, I'm telling, they ask them, Hall, what you watching? What you watching? And I said they're debating the crack laws. So every day, everybody would come in for lunch
Mm-hmm.
from their jobs because in federal prison you got to have a job.
Okay.
You got a job.
Yeah, we're gonna talk
They
about
pay
your
you
job.
11, 12, 15 cents. You might get 20 cents an hour.
Uh-huh.
But you got a
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about your job in a minute, but go
Well,
ahead.
yeah, that was. And so they came in every day asking me about it, and so I told them what was happening.
Uh-huh.
And when they finally, this happened for about a week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
When they finally turned us down on the changing the crack laws,
Uh-huh.
they turned us down on changing the crack laws.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the guys went off.
Okay.
They went off. I'm talking about they went slap off in Talladega, started burning the prison down.
Wow.
Yeah, they started burning the prison. The prison and federal prison was so cool because you in federal prison, I could walk up to eat in the chow hall,
Mm-hmm.
and this was when I first got there. I could walk up, eat in the chow hall,
Mm-hmm.
and I could tell them what pieces of meat I want. Give me a breast and a wing. Yeah.
Seriously?
And give me some two scoops of that rice and some corn.
You act like you was
I
at
go
you
over
you
to
act like you was at the buffet at like at what is it, Old Time?
Old Timers.
Yeah, yeah. You
I promise you, we wore our own clothes in federal prison when in 1991,
uh-huh.
92, 93.
Mm-hmm.
And then they didn't change it till 1995. The riots changed it throughout the whole prison.
Okay.
We had money on the compound,
Mm-hmm.
quarters.
Mm-hmm.
All you could have was quarters, rolls of quarters.
Yeah.
I kept $200 or $300 worth of quarters in my life. You weren't supposed to have but one roll,
Uh-huh.
two at the most. Officer let you buy with 2 rolls of quarters.
But
I kept $200 or
you
$300.
being you.
Me, I was a gambler.
Uh-huh.
I was running the gambling.
Uh-huh.
So I had
So
to keep
yeah, speaking of the okay, so let's finish up with the riots. So you started the riots because
No, I don't. I didn't
you
start.
okay, you were a part.
I was telling the guys that they just turned us down.
Okay.
So that particular that night, one of the guys threw a chair through one of the windows. Talladega Prison was one of the most beautiful prisons that you would ever walk on. When you walked on that campus, you would have thought you was at college.
Uh-huh.
All glass
Uh-huh.
everywhere, stained glass everywhere,
Uh-huh.
tinted glass.
Uh-huh.
Everywhere. Look like you on a college campus. Big TVs where you sit in the TV rooms and watch TV. Federal prisons is not like state prison.
Uh-huh. Okay.
You go to federal prison, that's why people tell you they rather go to federal prison.
Uh-huh.
Federal prison, and all that stuff where you talking about raping a guy and all that. No, that don't happen in federal prison.
Uh-huh.
No, you get raped in federal prison, it's because you want to be raped.
Oh wow. Okay.
They don't play that. They'll send a letter home to your parents and to everybody in your visiting list telling you involved in homosexual activities.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't play in the feds.
Mm.
So no, it wasn't all that old craziness like you see on TV in state prison, night and day.
Wow.
So they tore this campus up. I'm talking about they tore it up, and it's such a long story, which you don't even have time to hear it because when they took that prison over the next day, I just went to I told you I don't go to chow, but they had fried chicken. I wanted me a breast and a wing, so I went there and got my breast and a wing, and we walked back, came back, and next thing you know, we started hearing all these crashes, all the glass being broke all over the place. These boys are tearing the prison up. They wearing masks on their face and bandettas. They're tearing the prison up. So the officers got together, and about 50 of them lined up across the thing. and this is like a college campus. I mean, you know,
Mm-hmm.
little hills and all,
Mm-hmm.
pretty the manicured lawns. You couldn't even walk on the lawn. You walk on that lawn, you go to the hole. If an officer walked on the lawn when this certain warden was working there,
Mm-hmm.
you went home for the day.
What?
You don't walk on his grass. The officer couldn't walk on his
Dang.
grass. He was a bad boy. And so so he the officers gathered up and they all lined up.
Mm-hmm.
And so they thought, well, we fit to charge them, run
Mm-hmm.
them back in the unit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they done had their fun. We
Mm-hmm.
fit to put them all, lock them all down now.
Mm-hmm.
So the officers start coming. Boom, boom. All their riding gear. Boom,
Mm-hmm.
boom. 40 or 50 on them. But there's 600 guys right here looking at you.
Uh-huh.
What 40 or 50 guys gonna do with 600?
Wow.
Those 600 guys, the officers done march halfway there, right?
Uh-huh.
So they could take the units back over.
Uh-huh.
We could see them coming from the admin buildings coming this way. Those 600 guys start running at the officers,
Oh my goodness.
doing this here.
Oh my God. Are you
Like
serious?
cowboys in there, I
Yeah.
swear to God. The officers turn around and start running. The officers turn around and start running back. I promise you, they ran the officers off the compound. They knew 50 guys couldn't do nothing with 600 guys that was
Mm-hmm.
didn't mind. They'd
Mm-hmm.
already beat the officer up and
Mm-hmm.
all this. That's what I tell you. I didn't
Didn't they
start.
take one hostage or something
Took
like?
one hostage and Schizo was on there talking about Schizo the control. He done took over. Schizo got 25 more years for that. Schizo the control. He on there talking about Schizo. This is an inmate.
Yeah.
He done took over the officer's radio and his keys and everything. And
Wow.
but see, in our unit, I remember Al telling Al was one of Al Scott. Al told he said, Thurman, you a pretty good dude. I also was Thurman. He was a pretty good dude, Thurman. He said, Thurman, you a pretty good dude. He said, why don't you just lay them keys down, lay your radio down, and walk on across that campus going on. Out. We're gonna let you go.
Mm-hmm.
Thurman.
Yeah,
Laid
Thurman.
their
Yeah,
keys down
Thurman was smart.
and left.
Yeah.
Now the officer that they beat and put a pillowcase over his head
Uh-huh.
and beat him bloody was one of the nicest guys. He was nicer than Thurman.
What?
But you had some idiots over in that other unit that was doing that to him.
Uh-huh.
Because this guy, we called him Bonnie Fight because he looked just like Bonnie Fight
Uh-huh.
and act just like Bonnie Fight.
Wow.
But he was a great guy. Great guy. He wouldn't harm a fly. And those guys beat this guy, and so that was just wrong. But they end up letting him go because they done beat him too bad because Schizo thought that they were going to let him out or something. They weren't going to let you out there, kill everybody in there before they do that.
Okay.
But they weren't thinking. These are young guys from Mississippi
Yeah.
that didn't understand.
Uh-huh.
Because you got people in there from all over
yeah.
the whole country.
Yeah.
The entire country is
Yeah.
there. And so that little Mississippi crew was crazy.
Uh-huh.
So that's what happened with that.
And how long did this riot last?
About 24 hours
Oh, okay.
before they got it under control. They came in about 12 o'clock after we all were tired
Nobody.
with guns drawn and would have shot anybody moved.
Oh, wow.
They locked that bad boy down. But this is the crazy part. The guys who were burning down the prison, they went to burn down our unit. And me and Al and Stud Dixon and Al Brown, all of us, the old heads, the older guys, I'm 30, but these are young boys.
Uh-huh.
And 19, 20 years old, carjacking for 66 years, all that kind of stuff. They all young. They ain't got no sense. They fit to burn down the unit we in. So where the hell we gonna live at then?
Uh-huh.
We had to stop them from burning down our own unit.
Wow, that's crazy.
We stopped them from burning down the unit. So, yeah. But,
okay. So that lasted 24 hours. They finally got everything back in line.
Mhm.
And did things go back to normal or
No.
what happened?
The place was a wreck.
Mm-hmm.
They took all our clothes. We had street clothes.
Mm-hmm.
They took all our clothes and gave us uniforms.
So after that,
They locked us down. They gave us one meal a day for 3 or 4 months.
Uh-huh.
One meal a day. Gave you one meal
Mm-hmm.
that you had to make 3 out of.
Mm.
They didn't give a damn. Took all the money off the
After,
compound.
after y'all
We
did.
done burned the commissary down.
Dang.
We done burned the chow hall down. They couldn't fix no food. That's why they only gave you one meal a day.
Mm,
They couldn't even fix food. They burned
wow.
the chow hall down. They burned the commissary down. They burned the hobbycraft down. They burned the rec room down. They burned everything down. The thing was on CNN, helicopters flying all over. Then the other prisons saw that and they started rioting.
Wow.
In Kentucky, Atlanta, South Carolina, they all started rioting. All Tennessee, they
Mm-hmm.
started rioting all over from seeing us riot there first. All because what? I was watching TV. That's why I tell you I was involved.
Wow. That's that is so crazy.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you. So so after all of this, after everything cools down, did the rules and stuff change? The rules and stuff change for you all, right?
Oh yeah.
So how so?
No, no, um, no money on the compound.
Uh-huh.
You had 30 days to turn all your money in.
Uh-huh.
The money they didn't find, they
Mm-hmm.
wanted you to turn it in. And they gave you a 5 day period where you can turn in $400 if you can. Even though you couldn't have but 20,
Uh-huh.
you could turn in 500.
Okay.
Okay? You
Uh-huh.
can turn in 500.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's so after that, so with your hustles that you had going on, so how did that affect the hustles that you had going on?
it affected it tremendously. I couldn't do anything. I, for 3 or 4 months, we were locked in a room,
Dang.
one meal at a day, one meal
So
at a
three or
time.
four months. Okay, so after I'm saying, so after the 3 or 4 months, and then after the rules changed, so how did your hustle game change?
Well, I had to put everything on steroids after that because you had to work around everything,
Uh-huh.
and I had to do workarounds. It was like, well, you didn't have to reinvent the wheel; you just had to do it differently.
Uh-huh.
I excuse me, I ran all the poker games.
Mm-hmm.
I ran 2 or 3 tickets,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't take the responsibility for the tickets. I was writing the tickets, so I get 25%,
Mm-hmm.
whether the person lose or win.
When? Uh-huh.
I get 25% off it. So,
Okay.
like I said, at one time I was making so much money, and I was sending my daughter money. She thought I worked at the person when she came to visit me.
Wow.
That's the
Dang.
truth.
So at this time, how long had you been in the system?
Uh, from 91 until 95,
So you had been in there for
four
about
years.
4 or 5 4 years.
Hmm.
Okay. So and then you talk about the lessons that you learned while you were at Talladega. That so what are those lessons that you learned at Talladega that you still use to this day?
Well, it's a whole lot of them. When I wrote them, I didn't memorize them. I just was telling you things that. That's why I told you to keep my questions. Anyway, that I was like, but um, it was a number of lessons. I learned them all from Jerry.
Uh-huh.
And Jerry Creighton, like I said, he's like
Yeah.
my father.
Yeah.
We all just left off a trip.
Yeah.
Today I have a group,
Mhm.
and there's still about 250 of us
No, wow.
from my 21 years in prison. There's 250 of us that still are in contact. We just left Atlanta for every year for the last 9 years. We
Getting
have
together.
get together, a reunion,
Mhm.
a brotherhood reunion every
Mhm.
year
Oh,
in
okay.
Atlanta for the last 9 years. There's 250 of us in
Okay.
the group. But Jerry taught me a lot of things. And if you
Mhm.
read the book, you'll
Yeah.
find a bunch of them, like um, prevention um, doesn't need a cure,
Mhm.
because you're preventing
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
So if you, so
Ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Yeah,
yeah, you don't
exactly.
need,
Because if
you
you
don't,
prevent it, you
yeah,
don't have to
yeah,
cure
you
it.
just
Got it.
don't do it. You ain't got to
Mhm.
worry about a solution to it.
Exactly.
But it's a number of things that uh, he taught me. He said if a person is so sure on a bet
Mhm.
and they're willing to bet you
Mhm.
and they're that sure, that they're going to beat you,
Mm-hmm.
don't bet them.
Don't bet them.
He
Mm-hmm.
said because they can do it. I saw a guy stand in front of a locker,
Mm-hmm.
and he bet everybody in the room, in the dorm,
Mm-hmm.
that he can jump from on the floor on top of the light. Now, do you think it's a guy that can jump off from that floor right there
Mm-hmm.
and on top of that light?
No,
Yes, it is.
it is.
It is. On everything I love, it is.
Oh wow.
It is. And I'm not even exaggerating. He can jump from that floor
Uh-huh.
on top of that light.
Wow.
He's almost like Superman. His dude name was Todd. His last name was Todd. He was an athlete out of Florida.
Uh-huh.
When I tell you, you know how the back of a bleachers,
Yeah.
when you go bleachers that you go to a game at,
Uh-huh.
and you could just and they up to your head up there.
Yeah.
He'll stand right there at the back of the bleachers. He ain't got to walk around and jump up. He just hop up on. I tell you, on everything I love. This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. That's when Jerry told me, say, if a person willing to bet you that they can do it, do not bet them.
Uh-huh.
I was fit to bet him the $200 in quarters that he
Uh-huh.
could not did it. He said, if he do this right here, if he shake, you win.
Uh-huh.
He said, if he shakes, you win.
Uh-huh.
You win. If he stumble a little bit,
Uh-huh.
even if he make it, you
Uh-huh.
win. He was going to jump up there clean.
Wow.
And he jumped up there clean and took everybody's money except ours.
Wow.
Jerry said, I told you. I said, how in the hell did he do that? I didn't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
We had 6 foot lockers.
Mm-hmm.
6 foot lockers.
Mm-hmm.
And he folded a mattress and put the mattress on top of the 6 foot locker and jumped on it.
Dang.
Most amazing thing I ever seen in my life to this day.
Wow.
I've never seen anybody in my life do anything like that. I thought he was from another planet. So what I tell people, Martians are here. Y'all don't even understand it.
Wow. So let me ask you this, because let me get back to some of your conquests. So all while you were in these prisons, you still had people coming to visit you
Yeah.
throughout your
That was
term?
only when I got to the camp. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had people coming to visit me, but they couldn't,
Mm-hmm.
I was too scared to try to sneak in the bathroom with them
Oh Lord.
because that'll put you in the hole and that'll send you away.
Okay. So, because I know, well, we'll get to that in a minute, but you ended up getting married in prison?
Yes. Wow, have mercy. I know where this is going. Yes.
No. Well, okay. So tell me about this. Would be your second wife
Right.
that you got married to in prison, although the marriage didn't last that long.
Right.
But what made you decide to get married while you were in prison?
Well, she was she was the girl that I eventually went to prison because I was dating her and met the boys that was
Mhm.
selling the drugs. Same girl.
So you married the same girl that you were
Yeah, from back then.
from back then.
Right.
And why did your marriage not last? What? I'm asking a question. Why did your marriage not last?
Well, she married me after she had lost all this weight and was back to being fine again. I told you
Oh,
she could do commercials for Vanderbilt jeans, Gore Vanderbilt jeans back then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about it wasn't nothing finer. She was fine as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And so one day when she came to visit me, she had pissed me off and we got mad for about 6 months. So
Mhm.
she didn't come for about 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I had other old girlfriends. For some reason, I'll tell you, when one left, the next one would come. I don't know
So
how
you
they
just
knew.
had a
I
revolving
promise you,
door.
I told somebody, I said, they must be calling each other. I got him for 6 months. I got him for 6 months. Or I got him for these 6 months. I promise you. As soon as one left, the next one would call, would write me and tell me they're coming. I'm wondering, it wasn't me. It was them. I said, these efforts must be talking. You taking for these 6 months, and I taking for these 6 months.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
So
Okay.
I go to visit him one day.
Uh-huh.
After she done pissed me off and I ain't seen her for 6 months, she come down and visit me. Don't tell me she coming. I tell people, do not visit me during football season.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't being, ungrateful. I was just being real. I'm hustling. I got a ticket to run.
Mm-hmm.
I got a ticket as gambling.
Yeah.
I got stuff to do during
Mm-hmm.
football season. I don't like to be bothered. Those 3-4 months
Mm-hmm.
do not bother me from the first part of September
Mm-hmm.
till January when the Super Bowl over.
Uh-huh.
Basketball season, I didn't care nothing about all that. But you can come visit me those other 8 months, 7, 8 months.
Okay.
So I goes out to the visitor room. I promise you.
Go ahead.
And my wife, I don't know who visited me. They just told me, Hall, visit. So
Uh-huh.
I'm straggling. I'm not ready. You know, I like to get ready because I know you coming. I
Uh.
called you the night before. You know, I'm ready. My pressed up, starched up,
Oh,
everything. You know, I go to visit. They tell me, so I gotta get ready. So she got to wait
Uh-huh.
till I get ready. I mean, I kept my visiting clothes ready and everything. So I go out to the visiting room and I walk in the door, and I'm saying, "Who the hell come to visit me?" I'm thinking, you know, one of my partners, my mama, my mama bringing my daughter and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, um, I look at the officer. I say, Officer, who came to visit me?
Mm-hmm.
My wife sitting right there. I said, who came to visit me? She said, boy, you better stop playing. I looked. I said, oh shit. I said, oh hey. Why you didn't call and tell me you coming? Tell me stop playing and come sit down. I didn't know who she was. She
Wow.
done gained all the weight back in those 6 months. And I
Wow.
promise you, I could not know. And I should have seen her because she had a big old green outfit on.
You know what?
So I should have seen her. She had a big lime green
So
outfit on.
because she had gained all this weight, you got a divorce from her?
Oh no. One, you know, I, you're not gonna take me there.
I'm not taking you anywhere. I'm just asking you a
You're not
question.
gonna take me there.
I'm asking a simple question.
Oh, you're not gonna take me there. Where's that remote?
Uh,
Uh, yeah, you might want to put it on her thing. Um, and so yeah, so you're not gonna take me there.
I'm not. I'm asking a question. I am asking a simple question. That's
Yeah,
all.
I didn't get a. Let's just say it like this. She had gained too much weight for me to continue to stay in the marriage.
So for better or worse, meant nothing to you.
And for
So
taking care of yourself
she
made not,
see,
meant
so
nothing to
she
her.
could stick with you while you were in prison, but you couldn't stick with her because she gained some
I
weight.
told you she left for 6 months, huh?
And regardless.
And then I told you after we got divorced, she got married 6 months
It-
later, right?
no, you didn't tell me that she
Oh,
got
okay.
married 6 months later.
All right. So she might be dating somebody.
Oh well,
There
you
you
didn't want her. You just said you let her
I'm
go.
in prison. You think that woman was faithful?
Anywho, which brings me to another question, cause in a
I'm gonna go down the theme.
and in your book, let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
In your book, you decided to dedicate a chapter of your book to a message for Black women,
Oh, Lord.
and I will say that it is in an unflattering. It's in an unflattering way, as a matter of fact. So my question to you is, why did you feel the need to have to dedicate a chapter to women in this
Total
book?
streams.
And why did you feel the need to take it upon yourself to tell Black women what they need to do with their bodies?
I was being a gentleman. See, you shouldn't take offense to what I said in that chapter. I was in prison, and I felt that I should tell Black women that what they should be doing is taking care of themselves so the man can stay with them. I was telling them from a player's standpoint what they should be doing.
Okay, but
That's what I was
everybody's
doing.
not a player. That's
Okay.
number one. Number two, not all men have that same mindset that you have because a woman gains a little weight. A lot of men like a woman with meat on her bones. Even King George said, "Hey, she got to be two something."
Okay, you say, hold on. You sound like Donald Trump now. You
No,
say a
wow.
lot of men. Where
Yeah,
you
there
get
are.
that? Where you get that stat
I
from?
didn't say number one. I didn't say all men. I
Where
know.
you get a lot
Look,
from?
yeah, there are. You even have websites dedicated to men
We
for
like
men.
them thick.
No,
We
no,
like
no,
them fine,
no, no, no,
but
no,
we do
no,
not
no,
like them
no,
heavy.
no. Oh, dude, really?
Really,
There are a lot of men. When I say, I mean a
for
plethora.
health reasons.
I don't care about the health.
Okay,
Look,
okay.
you look. Listen,
What are
listen,
the
listen,
statistics?
listen,
What are the
Linda.
statistics?
I
Since
look.
you want to
No,
be a
no, no,
stat
no, no. I'm
person,
not doing stats. I am talking from like people that I know personally
Mhm.
that like women on the heavy set side. That is their preference.
Right?
So not all men like women that are
I wasn't
what
speaking
you.
about all men.
That's what you said.
I'm just telling you. No,
No, no, no, no. That's what you said.
I was telling you what a man wants.
Uh-huh.
A
But
man wants a woman that is
okay, no, no,
proportioned
no, no.
correctly
What you need
so
to
that he can
say,
say, I can go out and I can put her on my arms.
no,
Hold
what
on.
you need to say is that's what you want.
No,
You need to speak
no,
for
no,
yourself.
no,
Can't
no.
speak for everyone
No,
else.
I think that I am an authority on this. If you read the book,
Really.
read the
I
book.
read the book.
All right.
And
I think
I
that
don't think you're an authority on
yes,
that. I'm
I think that
sorry.
I could tell you because I was in these conversations with men.
Mm-hmm.
And most men,
The ones
you're
that were
right that
locked
it is
up.
a few of them,
Mm-hmm.
but 8 out of every 10 don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
And you will not see them stay with that woman either.
Mm-hmm.
They're not staying with that woman. So you can go out and get bussed up after you had that baby and think that that man is going to stay with you. He's not.
Well, what about the
Because
ones?
he's
So
what?
you trying to say like men that do stay with their wives after having their children and their bodies being contorted in all type of ways to have their children, and just because they can't bounce back the way they did prior to having children, you're going to leave your wife.
I didn't say I was. I said that the man was. I didn't have one of those women. So
You
you
just
should
said your
hold
second
on, hold
wife
on, oh,
was.
oh, oh, oh,
You just
oh,
said
oh,
your second
oh,
wife
oh, oh.
was.
No, that's a different story. I was in
Oh,
prison.
uh-huh.
Now, I didn't have one of those women like that,
Mm-hmm.
that I could say that that is why I'm leaving you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can, well, sort of,
Mm-hmm.
because that's not why we got divorced. She
Yeah.
had an option, just like she lost it
Mm-hmm.
after she gained it after she had a baby, and she didn't have my child.
Okay.
She had her last child and she gained the weight. She never lost it.
Mm-hmm.
Then she lost it and started talking to me while I
Mm-hmm.
was in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Got back fine, married me
Mm-hmm.
while I was in prison. Then when she went on the hiatus, 6 months later she come back. She done gained the weight again. So yes, it's it wasn't me. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't me at all. It was her having the option to do what she needed to do to keep her husband happy. So you don't think that I'm giving you an option to say, okay, well, I'm gonna stay here, but I can't be loyal. I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
You ought to respect it for the honesty in it. You know,
I
you
mean,
ought
no, no, don't get me wrong. I appreciate your honesty.
right.
I really do. But I do feel that it's on some levels that it's superficial. To be, it
Well,
just has,
it
yeah, it's
is.
very
It
superficial.
is. It is. But when you're a young man and you're telling, and here it is, I was telling you what I've talked to other men
Mm-hmm.
about.
Mm-hmm.
Other men were
Mm-hmm.
saying that they left that woman because she didn't take care of herself.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't think enough to say, okay, I need to go to the gym. I'm too lazy to go to the gym. All I want to do now is sit in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Then you don't want that man to be with you. You're giving him to somebody else. And that's all I'm saying. You're giving your man away. If you done sit there and you done ate till you can't eat no more. Every time you look, you stuff in your face and you done gain all this weight. And you want that man to still love that person. That's not the person who we met.
Mm-hmm. Well, like they say, people do grow, they do evolve, and
And that man evolved
you
too.
can't
He
expect a
evolved
person
out.
to over the years to stay the same, because if there's no change, then there's no growth.
Don't you think white women in the gym more than us?
That's a lie.
They are.
No, they're
Yes,
not.
they are.
I go to the gym and I see plenty of black women
Yeah.
in there.
Now you're in a black neighborhood.
No, I'm not in a black neighborhood, but I do see plenty. And to be honest, I see more black women in the gym than any
Oh,
other
you know
race.
why? Oh, you might be right. You know why?
Why?
Because the white women got the gyms in their house now.
So black women have gyms in their house too.
Oh Lord, I can't win with you.
No, it's not about it's not a point of winning or losing.
I'm just telling you how men think.
And I'm just telling you how women are. Not all black women sit around eating until they can't eat no more. There are plenty of black women in the gym. I happen to be one of them.
Lynn,
No,
this only applies to you if that
I get
applies to you.
Okay, I get that. It
You
only
speaking for the
applies.
big women?
I'm not
I
speaking.
don't have anything against big women.
Mm-hmm.
My sisters are big.
Mm-hmm.
My aunties are big.
Mm-hmm.
I got big family members, cousins.
So
I just don't date them.
okay.
Well, I love big women.
Okay, I get that. That's your preference, but I'm saying the way it came off as, and if anyone who reads this,
I was helping you out.
That's what I'm saying. The way it came off as, because first thing they'll read it, because like the way I saw it. And I know it. No, it does not. It doesn't. I don't think it does apply to me. But the way it came off at in the book is like, okay, who is this motherfucker here trying to tell me what I need to do and how I need to do it? I'm just saying.
How could this offend you if it doesn't apply to you?
That's what I'm a woman.
Now I wasn't speaking to women. I was speaking to big women.
You know, but before.
But you an Eminem away from being a big woman?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
but
then.
I'm not an Eminem. I'm not. You know what? You make me so damn sick. I'm just saying.
What?
The way it came out, I just think some of the things you said in that chapter could have been worded a little differently. Okay.
You know what? And I promise you, I'm gonna tell you the truth. And I'm gonna tell you the real truth.
Mm-hmm.
I was way worse.
I can believe it.
I changed that chapter to be nice.
That's nice. Well, I hate to see what worse was.
You don't want to see the original text in that.
Man, I hate to see what nice was.
Ask Natalie, because Natalie was the first one that read the book. And Natalie's an oversized woman.
Ooh, man, you would have been fighting, reverse headlock for sure.
What they call it? Not oversized.
Plus size.
Plus size. Natalie's plus size, but Natalie was editing the book for me. Mm-hmm. And I told Natalie said, "You got to change this." I said, "For what?" "You're too mean. How do you want big women to read this?" I said, "I'm being big women's friend." I said, "Some people don't like honesty." No,
you can be honest, but you can be tactful.
Well, I changed it and I became tactful in that. If you thought that was worse, I'm gonna let you read the original context.
All right, well, we're gonna move on from there. Cause we gonna let that go, because we could go all day just on that. All right. Now we're gonna move from that to you saying that I can kind of agree with you when we go to this, when you were saying that the greatest force in the universe is love.
Nothing beats love.
So why do you think so?
Because a person will do anything for love. Mm-hmm. They'll kill for love. They'll hustle for love. Mm-hmm. They'll work for love. Mm-hmm. They'll fight for love.
So love is worse than drugs, huh?
Love is the most powerful force in the universe. There's nothing more powerful. God is love. Mm-hmm. So you have to understand what love is. A person, when you're in love with something, there's nothing that can stop you from doing what you want to do for that particular cause, for what you're loving.
So for you, how do you express love?
Read my book of poetry.
Mm-hmm. I wrote you have a lot of poetry, and then I was surprised because you have a lot of poetry about love in this book with Crossing the Lines.
I write about love, religion. Mm-hmm. Love and religion is two of the um, and relationships
Mm-hmm.
are those three things I write about a whole lot. But love and religion, I write about a whole lot. I'm very spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not very religious, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
very
Spiritual.
spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
I talk to God every day. People might think, "Oh man, you'll never see him here, and you'll never see him in church." I don't need to go to church to talk to God. God ain't in church. God wherever I am.
Yeah.
You know
So what would you say is, give me your top three things that you have learned about love?
what type of love?
Whatever love that that comes to mind for you. We'll talk about the love of life, the love of your life.
Mhm.
What type of love is that? How do you?
Well, I have to be in love.
Mhm.
It's just in my spirit.
Mhm.
God made me in a different way than He made everybody else.
And how so? How do you
Um,
say that?
because I have to have somebody to love.
Mhm.
It's just, and that's just who I am. And it ain't just I got to have somebody. I got to have that particular woman to
Mhm.
love.
Mhm.
You know, I
So
love my wife.
yeah. So
So I was had a crush on my wife since high school,
mhm.
but it took me 40 years later to marry. Well, it wasn't 40, but yeah,
Mhm.
almost 40 years before
Mhm.
I could marry. When I was 51 years old.
Mhm.
So
Hey, never too late for love.
right. So so love unconditionally,
Mhm.
as long as the person know what the conditions are beforehand. Then you can love unconditionally. There are conditions,
Mhm.
but you can love unconditionally as long as the person know how to keep you in love with them. The
Mhm.
person got to know how to keep you in love with them.
Okay.
If you're gonna marry me and then you're gonna turn into the hag of the West, the
Mhm.
hell, that's not loving me.
Okay.
You're disrespecting me.
True. Okay. So let me ask you this, by you saying that. So what are some of the things that you do to keep your wife in love with you?
Just being me. I'm honest
Mhm.
about what I do and what I want. She might not listen all the time because she has selective memory.
No, oh really?
But my wife is easy to love
Mhm.
because she might be a headache some days,
Mhm.
but she knows how to understand me,
Mhm.
and she understands who I am.
Mhm.
So it's easy to love her because of who she is.
Mhm.
I love the God that's in her,
Mhm.
you know. And with me, there's a little devil on this set right here talking to me all the time right here.
Mhm.
So um she's my balance.
Okay. So let's go back just a little bit, because we was on what you were saying, the message to black women, because you wrote that while you were in prison. So let's fast forward to the day when you found out you were getting out of prison.
And what part you want to know?
When you first found out that, how did it come about? Because you said you were serving a life sentence.
Right.
So how did it come about that you were going to be getting out of prison? And when you found out, what did you do?
Shout out to Janet Reno. Um,
Oh.
Janet Reno was the attorney general, and she finally realized that the crack laws were a little hard. So they passed some laws that cut our time. I had 28 years
Mhm.
when um, when they cut when they cut my time
Mhm.
from the license. They cut a bunch of people
Mhm.
in with crack laws,
Okay.
um, and so but I got an additional 5 years or
Okay.
4.5 years
Mhm.
because of something that Janet Reno wrote into that.
Uh huh.
And so I applied for that, and the judge cut my time from 28 years, 4 months to 24 years, 8 months.
Oh, okay.
So I got a second time cut
Okay.
because of the amount of drugs
Okay.
that were in the case. So
Mm-hmm.
all that were conditions for how
Mm-hmm.
they tried to make it equal to the powder
Mm-hmm.
cocaine and the crack cocaine.
Okay.
So they were trying to help us a little bit.
Okay. So you get the word, Julius, you're going home.
Yeah, 14 years more.
Say what?
In 14 years, yeah.
So you got the word that you could go home in 14 years. Is
Correct.
that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're gonna fast forward to them 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
When you were
Hold
getting
on.
ready.
Let me 2000 and no, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
10 years more.
Okay.
I had 10 years left.
Okay.
I had
So
10 years
so
left.
you get the word, you finally got a time for 10 years. I'm out of this mug. I'm gone.
Right.
So and in that time frame, you get ready to go. Then you got transferred again. The closer your sentence got.
I got transferred from Talladega because when my sentence got cut, I'm under 10 years now,
Mm-hmm.
I can go to a camp.
Okay.
But I had to get out of that high security prison because my security level is too low now.
Uh-huh.
So, but I had 10 years and some months.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't ship me, excuse me, to a camp where I should have been going to. They told me I had to be at the camp under certain criteria under my sentence.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to be under, I couldn't go to the camp till 7 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So they changed certain criteria for certain people.
Yeah.
It's according to where you land at,
Yeah.
what category you in. So mine was 7 years instead of 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go to Coleman, Florida for 3 years
Mm-hmm.
to low.
Okay.
So I went to Coleman, Florida for 3 years, and I stayed there for 3 years till I got one day under 7.
And then you got
They shipped me to Atlanta for the next 7 years.
Oh, okay.
I went home from Atlanta.
Okay. So at that time you can start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel because your time was
When
winding
I got
down.
to Atlanta, I saw all the light.
You so
Every
okay.
Monday and Friday.
You know what? See, that's where them conquests come in again. So yeah, go ahead. Tell me. Go ahead.
What you want to know?
What happened when you saw all of this light? What was happening with this light?
When I got to Atlanta,
Yes.
uh, Atlanta Atlanta camp is where I went to,
Okay.
and the camps are different. You got 2 officers, 500 inmates.
Oh wow.
2 officers,
Mhm.
500 inmates.
Mhm.
2 officers can't keep an
Keep
eye
it.
on 500 inmates.
Yeah.
It's low security.
Yeah.
You went out to work.
Uh-huh.
I left out the gate every day to go to work.
Okay.
I was still on the compound.
Mhm.
They used to have it where you go on the army base and everything. They take you on the bus to army base, you do all the work.
Uh-huh.
But then so many dudes got in so much trouble for doing things on the compound.
Uh-huh.
I mean on the army base that they stopped that.
Uh-huh.
And so but I still went out the gate,
Uh-huh.
you know, to I still went out the gate to work every day. And when I went out the gate to work every day, on Monday and Friday,
Mhm.
I had one girl pick me up, and on Friday I had another girl pick me up.
Mm.
So I went
Wow.
out every Monday and Friday for 2 or 3 hours with 2 different girlfriends.
Lord have mercy. Okay.
And that's federal prison though.
All right. So let's talk about time to go home.
Yeah.
Your time is up. It's time to go home. You packing up. You leaving. And you have the section in the book that you said stand in line to kiss your ass.
Yeah.
So you had like a plethora of people that you wanted to tell to kiss your ass. Why?
And I still tell them that now today.
Wow. Alrighty dighty then.
Because you never thought you'd see me again.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I don't brag about anything I do. I just know that God has been good to me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even complain about it. One day that I did in prison.
Mm.
Not one day that I can complain about.
Mm-hmm.
because it was all a life lesson to me. I survived it because God was with me.
Mhm.
I didn't survive it because of Julius. I survived it because God had a mission for my life. We're sitting here right now because of the
Mission.
mission that God has me on.
Mhm.
I'm not that good guy that everybody, you might, by me saying that, that you would think, oh, well, no, I'm not the preacher.
Mhm.
I have a different challenge. I have a different charge that God has given me
Uh huh.
to do. It ain't to preach.
Mhm.
It's probably to teach,
Uh
and it's
huh.
probably to do certain other things. But um, you know, it's just me understanding that I must obey
Mhm.
instead of ignoring.
Okay. So tell me what's different between the Julius Hall who you were and the Julius Hall now.
Well, the Julius Hall that I was is buried on the wreck yard in Long Park, California. You can't even get him because he has not been paroled. He
Mhm.
has not been let out.
Mhm.
He's buried on the wreck yard in Long Park, California.
Okay.
You'll never see that Julius Hall again
Okay.
because I was I was blind.
Mhm.
I couldn't understand what God had for me.
Mhm.
I didn't understand the talents and the the path for what He had set me on.
Mhm.
So He punished me, and
Mhm.
He put me in Long Park, California, for a reason.
Mhm.
That's a long walk
Yeah.
for Him to get back here.
True.
So
Yeah.
he
You
still
got a
buried.
lot of thinking.
Yeah,
You
he's still
time to do
buried
a
there.
lot of
Yeah.
thinking.
So the Julius Hall now is on the mission to be the Julius Hall I've always supposed to be.
Mhm.
I've known who I was supposed to be since I was 9 years old.
Wow.
I'm telling you no lie. I knew who I was. I knew what God had for me,
Mhm.
and I disobeyed Him. I was disobedient.
Mhm.
By my disobedience, God punished me
Mhm.
like He did Job.
Mhm.
You know, Job wasn't no one. Job turned into the man he was.
Mhm.
You know, you can look at all God, Jesus' disciples. One of them crossed Him.
Yeah.
So everybody ain't good. We
True.
all are called. Some people are called.
Mhm.
Some people
Some
call
people.
themselves,
Mhm.
but God calls some people.
Yep.
And I'm hoping that God has called me to do some of the things that I'm doing.
Well, you are doing some good things now, and you are on the right path. And I just want to say I appreciate you for taking the time to come and sit with me
Oh,
and talk about your book.
you don't want to make this an extended version of part three or
Uh,
nothing? Because I'm sure you got more questions on this,
Look,
and I got a lot of answers.
I'm sure you do, and I'm sure you want to talk about it.
I
But
want to get it out
uh,
because what this is it's history. It's in this book for a lot of things, but a lot of stuff that you're asking me isn't in this book.
mhm,
But I can tell you those things, and now it becomes a part of history.
mhm,
And 50 years from now, when my grandkids are sitting here and they can see what their grandfather said,
uh huh,
then they can say, okay, well, that was my granddaddy.
uh
And
huh.
here was what he said. And here's what this is. And that's what, sometimes you don't become, your legacy doesn't take effect until way after
After
you're
you're
gone.
gone,
And
exactly.
so, it's a something that was said, you can't leave what you rent.
Ain't that true?
Jamal Bryant said, you can't, he just gave a sermon the other day.
Mhm.
You can't leave what
What
you
you rent?
rent. You
Exactly.
got to leave what you own.
For sure.
So we got to own something.
And yeah, and
So,
you are building a great empire. All right. So we're gonna end on that note, and then what I can do is we're gonna invite you back again, and then we can talk about all the great things that you are doing now.
yeah, I would love to talk about all those things
Yeah,
and finish up with any
yeah,
last questions that you might
yeah.
have.
We can
And
definitely
yeah,
do
you
that.
might need an extended version, like a 90-minute section, so we can finish it up.
Oh my
And
God.
I mean,
Yeah.
what's gonna hurt? I mean, it's
See, this is
my
what I'm
network.
saying. Okay. Anywho, we're gonna wrap things up on that note. Julius Hall, thank you so much for being here. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
joining me, and I really appreciate you. We're
And
gonna
I made it through.
Yes, you did. We're gonna toast to that. Cheers. And I want to thank you all for joining us and listening in. I appreciate you. And we'll see you next time on Expressed Opinion with Lynn Roberts. So until then,
Buy the book.
smooches.
Savannah, are you looking for some of the best Southern soul food? Then check out Kim's Cafe at 714 MLK Boulevard. The food is so good, you'll think that your mother cooked it. Located in the heart of Savannah, Kim's has a menu that includes breakfast anytime, lunch when you need it, and dinner so you won't have to cook when you get home. They also cater all types of events and can host your reserved event at the restaurant. Come see what everyone has been raving about. Great food, great atmosphere, and a great time. Kim's Cafe, 714 MLK Boulevard in beautiful downtown Savannah.
Police in my whip must be thought I had bricks. Say I wouldn't make it, but it's happening quick. Hating on me now.
Hello, world. We're here, serving Savannah, Atlanta, Jacksonville, Brooklyn, Houston, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, and the world. The best music all the time. The greatest songs ever made, every time. Tune in to Hot 2100 Savannah and get a taste for your ears. Hot 2100 Savannah, serving Savannah and the world.
When it comes to the city, I'm the key. Gotta go to court in the morning for a plea. What you gotta pay to get, I hit that for free. And when I'm in the streets, yeah, I gotta tote that heat. It's hard for you to touch it, cause I stay up out of reach. Talking about is dirty, I'ma make a meet. I've been down too long, I'd be damn if I don't eat. If you want someone to try, I'd be damn if it's me. I see why you mad, you ain't swaggin' like